welcome to Healthy Kids Inc. So as a part of our Kids Chef Week, we are featuring one of our absolute favorites. What's our favorite to eat?
Pizza!
Pizza! We love it! So Ashton is helping us in the kitchen with our pizza. This can be intimidating to some, but I tell you, we found a great recipe that's really simple, and you can get the kids involved too. So what Ashton has right here is our liquid mix. The liquid mix calls for some water, olive oil, a little bit of honey, and then it calls for our yeast as well. So Ashton, will you go ahead and stir this up for us?
Yes.
Good job. Stir real good. Nice. So here we have our dry mixture, and this calls for 7 cups of flour. In this case, we used 5 cups of white flour, 2 cups of whole wheat flour. You can use any combination that you like. I still like the white flour with the pizza dough. We've tried it all ways. We've done just whole wheat, we've done half and half, we've done just white. So I did a little bit of both just to have that in here. It also calls for a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, and that pretty much is about everything that goes in this particular mixture. So it's pretty simple. What we have found over a couple of experiments doing our homemade pizza is that if you don't have a bread mixer, then using a big large bowl that you can start to combine all of your wet and dry ingredients, it helps a lot over using the countertop, which is what we started using at first, and it made a huge mess and it was pretty hard to clean up. So you'll see us and how we mix this very shortly, but what a great way to get the kids involved and getting their hands a little bit dirty when we start to mix the wet and dry ingredients. So we've mixed at this point all of our dry mixture, and our wet mixture has sat for about 15 minutes, so we're ready to go ahead and start to combine the two ingredients.
Yep.
Are you ready? This is the fun part.
Yep.
All right, so we've made a well in the center of our dry ingredients, and now we're just going to start to pour. Here we go. Oh, thank you, big helper. Okay, let's go ahead and stir. We'll just pour in small amounts and then stir. Okay, so we've mixed our dry and wet ingredients. Now we have a nice little ball of dough that we're going to go ahead and put into our loaf pan. We sprayed it with a little bit of cooking spray, and we're going to let the dough rise probably about 30 to 60 minutes. Then we'll be able to go ahead and roll it out into our pizza shells, cook it, put it in the freezer for later use, however you'd like to use it. So we'll bring the kids back to start the rolling process in a little while. We are back, and our pizza dough has doubled in size. We're ready to go ahead and roll this out into individual pizzas. This is the fun part for the kids. So what we have done is we've actually floured some of our surface here, and Ashton has his little roller, I have mine, and Preston is watching, and he'll get to do one a little bit later also. I'm just going to mix this again just very quickly, and so usually this one round of bread dough will make about 6 or so small individual pizzas. These are great. You may find that you want to freeze these. You can certainly make them immediately. We have our oven preheating to go ahead and make a few of these tonight. So Ash, are you ready? We've already got this surface floured. All right, start rolling. Roll it real good. So you probably have noticed cooking with kids can slow the process down a little bit, but it's really fun and they really enjoy being a part of this. You know, we as parents sometimes like to be in the kitchen by ourselves because we can get it done a lot faster and easier and quicker if we just do it on our own. But if you can take a little bit of time to include the kids, you're going to find that they absolutely enjoy the process. And also they start to really like the food. Earlier in the week we made fish tacos. That was the first time the kids had ever eaten those. But because they were a part of it, they enjoyed it, they both ended up eating the fish tacos and they loved them. So they had tried something new that they may not have tried otherwise had they not been involved with the cooking process. But that's really the fun and the beauty of this. So if you can do it and spend the time with them, I think you're going to find it very rewarding. All right, we're going to just put a little bit of our pizza sauce on here. Can you use your spoon and spoon it all around? Oh, it looks so yummy. So Ashton, since this is going to be your favorite pizza, and what do you like to put on your pizza?
Just like cheese.
Just cheese, all right. We can do that. Get in there and let's get you out some cheese. Nice. Keep spreading all around.
Yummy. Yummy pizza, Mama.
So we put the pizza in the the oven. We preheated the oven to 500 degrees, and we actually preheated the oven with the baking stone in it. So that way when we put the pizza on, the baking stone is nice and hot and it gives us a really great crust. The cool thing is this pizza only takes 7 to 8 minutes to cook, so you can see how quick and easy this is. I mean, obviously doing the dough took a little bit of time. That's why prepping that in advance is really helpful. Or if you have some time, this is a great thing to do on a weeknight. But if you don't, simply put them in the freezer or the refrigerator, pull them out whenever you're ready, and within a few minutes, you've got some great homemade pizza to go ahead and use.